Hello YouTube, this is Sam Gerrans from Qur'anite.com, and today I would like to talk about what I call the moral face of evil. Something a lot of people who are in the Patrick community, the truther community, that get 9/11, they understand that how the matrix works. Perhaps they understand it so well that it in some ways incapacitates them. Many of them feel alienated from friends and family, and that's quite understandable. But I think something which they often don't get is that the elite, the ruling elite, it's more than just one thing. It's not only one little club. I mean, it is clubs, clearly, they're interlocking systems of fraternities. However, not everybody is in the same level, and they keep their membership frightened. The people who everybody's trying to sort of stay in, they obviously think that they're creating some sort of Noah's Ark, that whatever horrible things they're going to rain down upon the rest of us, circa Georgia Guidestones, etc., and Agenda 21. The people who are in this think that they want to stay as close to the central core of it as possible, because that's where they think their safety lies. But it's very easy to think that these people are simply evil and terrible and awful. And whilst what they do may seem to be so, and it is so, that's not how they see themselves. The ruling elite, according to my investigations anyway, believes that it has a right, a moral right, to rule us. I mean, they've given us quote-unquote democracy and all these other silly things to play around with, but it is under no doubt how things should be. They not only think they have a moral right to manage us, they think that they have an obligation to do so. Now, many in the 9/11 and the truth movement and etc., they're trying to fight what they see as evil, and great, fight it, fantastic. But it's worth understanding who it is we're fighting and how they see us. Now, as I say, they see us as a herd to be managed, and they think we're stupid. In fact, they know we're stupid. They have the statistics to prove it. Every day, billions of people absorb, consume their weaponized news, their weaponized food, their weaponized vaccines, and repeat, unthinkingly, their weaponized opinions. So it would be surprising if they didn't have complete contempt for us. Now, I have to say that to some extent, in fact, largely, I agree with the elite. I agree with their analysis. Depressingly, that they are right. I mean, most people are idiots. There's no question about it. I mean, look around you. My point is that it would be a mistake to dismiss them purely as evil, because that sort of short-sighted response isn't very helpful to us. I've never met anybody who really thinks he's evil, and I've met a few evil people, but nobody thinks they're evil. Nobody. The ruling elite don't go to bed at night and lie there shaking and worrying about the genocides that they're planning to carry out, the wars that they're conducting, the millions of poor and underprivileged people whose lives they're making worse. Not a bit of it. The ruling elite has a strict code. It has a form of morality. There's a caste system at work here within its ranks, and the people who make up the upper echelons, which are echelons which we're never going to see. These people are not so stupid as to put their heads above the parapet. But the lower echelons of this, elite system, the people we do see, the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, people like this, the Kissingers, they think that they are rational, and they think that we are idiots, children, basically. They think that they're doing a difficult but necessary job. Okay? From their perspective, since we're children and we're in their view, incapable of controlling or ruling ourselves. We need the oversight of a guardian class. From their perspective, if we were capable of rule, we would be in charge, and we would be doing really nasty things to them. So for them, might is right, not only politically, but philosophically. So the distinction is this: if I take your lunch money, all right, in the playground because I'm bigger than you, and if you try to do anything about it, I'll just come and smash your face in. Okay? That's a political fact. It's a political fact based upon power. I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you, I can do what I like. Now, most people get this part, and some people get angry about it, and some people try to fight, a few people try to fight it. Okay, but this isn't quite how the ruling elite thinks. According to my studies, the way the ruling elite looks at it is slightly different. The fact that they're bigger and stronger than us implies an obligation to smash our faces in and take our lunch money away. That's how they see it. Their worldview is closer to that of the white man's burden than it is to just bullying people in the playground. Part of the problem with a lot of good, engaged people who are trying to fight what they see as evil, and I don't disagree, it is evil, okay, is that they impose their own perspective of morality upon those people who are at the top of this pyramid, and they start with the premise, what kind of person would I be, or what kind of person would I need to be to do the kind of things that these people are doing? And because they're decent people themselves, they end up with a completely wrong idea of the mindset of those that they're trying to fight. For them to do the kind of things that the ruling elite does would require the complete bankrupting of their morality. But for the ruling elite, what it does is an expression of its morality. Evil seems good to those who have forgotten God. Now, it may seem that the evildoers, let's just use this generic term, it's the term which in my translation of the Qur'an is found in many places, so I think we can agree that these people are evil and they do things, so evildoers seems to be an acceptable nomenclature. They appear to have the upper hand today. It certainly looks that way, and most people don't look beyond this immediate political perspective. But their plan is fundamentally weak. They're going to die just like the rest of us are going to die, and there's no escape from this. They're not going to get to heaven, and there's going to be some sort of red carpet rolled out with, you know, hosts of angelic, sycophantic interns, you know, bearing drinks and picks for them to, you know, sit into the, take a seat in the VIP lounge. No, that isn't what's going to happen. These people hang on to life, believe me. Old man Rockefeller has had 6 heart transplants. He doesn't want to go, and there's a reason he doesn't want to go. So these people are not in a hurry to die. They're going to hell, and they're going forever. And this is the perspective I think that we should view them within. Because however it seems to you or me, the reality is that we're living in a battle for the soul of a human being. Your soul is the most valuable commodity in existence that has been created by God, so far as we know. Your soul. And that's what this is about. They're after your soul. Now, these people are serving their master, and their master, the Satan, gives them many things in this life, many things, but it's short-lived. So, the Quranic perspective. Firstly, a man's primary responsibility in this life is to acknowledge God, to serve him, and to do good works. And anyone who does this has his reward. There's no discussion about being a this or a that, or joining this or that club. This is the baseline theology in the Qur'an. To acknowledge God, or believe in God, to serve him and do good works. You do those three things, you have your reward. The second point is that evil is made to seem good to the evildoers. The Qur'an makes this point. The third point is that the fact that evildoers confuse evil with good makes no difference to their punishment. And this, we can personalize this. This is true for us too. Just because we think an evil thing is a good thing doesn't make any difference. We are responsible not for our intentions but for our actions. Each of us is to be judged by his works, and it doesn't matter what ideologies they give us. This is the fact. And the last point here, at least, is that the final abode of the evildoers is in hell. Now, hell is something which has been largely airbrushed out of public discourse, but I don't want to go there, and I strongly recommend you not to go there. Now, the following quotes are from the Qur'an, a complete revelation, which you can download if you're listening on YouTube by using the link in the top right hand corner for free. Verse 2:163 reads, "Whoso believes in God and the last day and works righteousness, they have their reward with their Lord, and they need not fear, nor will they regret." 2:212 reads, "Made fair is the life of this world for those who are indifferent to warning, and they deride those who heed warning. But those who are in prudent fear will be above them on the day of resurrection, and God gives to whom he wills without reckoning." 35:39 reads, "And the denial of those who spurn guidance while claiming virtue does not increase them in the sight of their Lord, save in abomination. And the denial of those who spurn guidance while claiming virtue increases them not, save in loss." 6:123 reads, "And thus do we appoint in every city its greatest evildoers, that they should scheme therein. And they scheme only against themselves, and perceive not." 99:6-8 read, "That day will men come out separated, to be shown their deeds. Then whoso does the weight of an atom of good will see it, and whoso does the weight of an atom of evil will see it." And finally, 2:165-167 read, "And had those who do wrong seen when they will see the punishment, that power belongs to God altogether, and that God is severe in punishment. And when those who were followed will disown those who followed, and they see the punishment, and the connections between them are cut off, and those who followed will say, 'Were we to return, we would disown them just as they have disowned us.' Thus will God show them their deeds as regrets for them, and they will not come out of the fire." That's all for now. If you're listening on YouTube, you can download my full translation of the Qur'an using the button in the top right hand corner. I also encourage you to sign up for the Qur'anite Plus newsletter on the site to get occasional micro updates. Like if you like, and comment if you have something to say, and subscribe to get more each week. And remember, life is short, eternity is long. If you want good trees, plant good seeds.